Hey there and welcome. I've just done a video. I've had a little bit of a rage. Try and get it out of the way so I don't say what's on my mind in this video. I'll do the disclaimers. These are just my thoughts and opinions. I speak on behalf of nobody else, and also I swear. Now I've done a video on my backstory, and then I did a video saying about a couple of other dreams that I've had. But I want to tell you about two particular dreams today that I would like to think are a bit, how the fuck did that happen then? Without there being some link to the universe there, which is what I'm trying to prove here, right? Like at the minute, I'm not going to go into that because I've just done a rant. At the minute, religion is right, and it's all lies, all of it. Every single religion was created by Freemasons, right? By them, what I call them bastards, right? The people who stole the secrets of the universe in the get-go and used them to enslave us all, rather than to integrate us and make it so that the world ran for everybody's benefit. They chose to keep them for themselves, basically. Their time is nigh. They're coming back. Fuck it. But they've kept from humanity secrets that we should all know that would make everybody's life better. Like if we knew we were that God was ever present with everybody, that we were literally plonked in the middle. We were part of God. It's not like we're all God, we're all Satan. Yes, that, but we are part of that. We are the arms and legs that make God's will happen, right? Because we are a part of this giant supernatural soup, this giant universal supercomputer with all of the knowledge contained therein, right? All made of energy, which can resonate at different frequencies, making liquids, solids, thoughts, gases, farts, which is a gas, but I just thought I'd put that in there, shits and gigs, that kind of thing. But we don't know that. We're not allowed to know that. We're just told that we're eat, sleep, work, repeat. Do you know what I mean? That's what we do. That's all that we human beings were made for, all that, and to worship Allah. Sorry. I'm but that's not the truth, right? That we are so much more. It's like, like we're told that, like, when your loved one dies, that's it, they're gone. Their body's gone. They're not gone. Do you know what I mean? But lies. We're taught lies to keep us stupid so that we carry on this fucking hamster wheel. Anyways, so I'm going to prove it to you. Actually, I've told this story many a time before I get to my personal proof about this guy, and I saw this on Discovery Channel 15 years ago, probably, around there, decade and a half. And this guy had been stranded at sea, and he was in the dinghy, and he got nothing but himself, right? And he was stranded at sea for like a month or whatever. And he was catching fish out of the sea and eating the fish and whatever. And he was dying, right? He didn't know he was just getting worse and worse. And basically he started craving things like the eyeballs, the spine, the lungs. And they went through on this TV program of what these things contained. And these are the things that his body was deficient in. And we'd not gone and taken a quick course while he was out at sea to learn that this is what he needed to start eating, or he'd die. He literally just, the universe fucking told him. He just started finding it really, oh God, look at that eyeball, nom nom. Do you know what I mean? His body changed. That was the universe communicating with him in his time of silence. Now, we're not allowed to be silent at the minute. We're plugged into electricity. You get up to an alarm clock, you go and, boil a kettle and put the telly on for 5 minutes, get in the car and work all day, home, telly, everything's noise and whatever. And then, sleep and then wake up again like that. We're not allowed that time where we can have that kesmosis, as ChatGPT called it, where we can communicate with the other realm, the sleeping realm. Anyways, right. So I don't use my brain like most folk. I put myself in an experiment back in 2007. And part of that is that I use my brain differently from, like I was taken out of the world. I'd lost my car. I'd been diagnosed with MS. I was like, right then, fuck it. Let's just dive into this fucking experiment. And I have had some cool things. Now, one of these, right? Which one was first? Go in chronological order. So I have, when I dream, there are places that I go to regularly. To be fair, I haven't done London Road, Leicester train station. I used to, right back in the beginning when I was first learning everything, always there. There is something under Leicester train station, I'm telling you for now. I've never heard it anywhere, but there is something under Leicester train station. Mark my fucking words. And it probably goes all the way up the street, which we'll find out in a minute. So, but when I go to these places in my sleep, they're not like they are in everyday life, right? They're different. Like I go to Quorn, Mount Sorrel a lot, which is where I used to live, in Leicestershire. And like the food, not the food stuff, Quorn, like the place. And they're always the same. The places, the houses are the same, but not the same as in real life. But they're always the same in the dreams. It's so weird, right? Anyways, I went through a period of dreaming about. Sorry, sat on my foot, get myself bloody dead. Like, yeah, there were a few alien invasions and whatever, and several things had happened in this area. So I was dreaming about London Road, the train station. Repetitive dreams, right? But this one day, I'd dreamt that I'd gone in a tunnel up the road, and I'd gone and I'd found this Freemason lodge, right? Right, and they got like glass display cabinets. It was like a museum thing. And then there were, I think it was on that same dream. I think it was that same dream. Like there was something behind, like a brick, like the oldie worldy stone brick. No, fucking not describe it. The grey big breeze block, only real stone. Them kind of bricks. No wallpaper, basically. It was like an altar, a chapel, and there was this witch sort of woman, big black hair, with this big black book, and it had been it's the right hand side of the book had been ripped out, and this page was missing. But she gave me this book, right? Anyways, this was one of my more vivid dreams. I woke up, I'm like, there's something in this. Googled it. There's only a fucking Masonic lodge exactly where I fucking saw it in my dream. I shit you not. I had never, and you wouldn't know it. I've been past it a few times, right? Now that I know it's there. I hadn't a clue. It is unassuming. You would not know. There's a little sign and whatever. It isn't fucking advertised at where it is now since then, because this was again, a decade and a half ago. Yeah, I know. People really should know where I am by now, right? I hope they do. I know I get no fucking views, but they only need to download it once, mate. And yeah. If they ain't paying attention, they really need to be. Anyways, right, so I fucking did what I do when I got up. went and Googled it, right? Found out that there's a fucking Masonic lodge exactly where I went to in my dream that night, right? The rest of it took a fucking couple of years to come through, right? But they got photographs of this place, and they got these glass discs. There's a museum in this fucking Masonic lodge, and it looked identical to what I'd seen in my dream. Now, the inside of it, nothing like. I have actually, because they've done this, we've opened our door, because they invented Takia. Freemasons invented Takia, for fuck's sake. They are the masters of lying in order to take over the fucking world. Geniuses, the daddies of the concept. But they're like, oh yeah, like they have an open day once a year, and so people can go in, and then they, according to them, then everybody knows what's going on with Freemasonry. Fucking twat. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Anyways, right. It gets weird. It gets cool. Right. So a couple of years later, I don't even know what video. I just remember seeing it. Somebody had got a fucking Masonic Bible, right? A black book, roughly the same size and shape as the black book this woman had fucking offered me. They'd opened and shown it, and on the right fucking page was a picture of self. Don't even tell me, mate, there ain't something about Carrie Ann. And this is why, literally, I know that there's something about me, mate. I'm just fucking doing my work merrily, quietly. Nobody needs to know who I am. I know who the fuck I'm getting to learn who the fuck I am. Literally, it's so cool. But, so that was the serious one, right? But literally, that was two parts of the same dream that were proven, also tied into the most important dream of my entire life, the Thoth dream. Literally, buff. Don't even tell me that I'm fucking wrong for coming for the Freemasons. Anyways, so the other one's a bit more fun, right? But still proves that there is something that you can communicate with the fucking universe, right? When you're in another dimension, but also if you're meditating, the amount of stuff I've learned while I'm just sat in the sunshine, just doodling, do you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, fucking hell, yeah, of course. Another thing, like when I had my video camera, like back when I started this channel, I just look at the black circle on the video camera and zone out, and so many of my videos I watched back and went, fucking hell, yeah, why didn't I think of that? I'm right. That's it. That's what I've been. And there is more to life, trust me, than eat, sleep, work, repeat. I promise you for fucking now. Please learn that the Emperor is naked. But obviously we've got things taking our attention away constantly. So the other one, right, to be fair, I've not done this in ages, but I have this thing. I don't know about you. If I'm if I'm having a nightmare, I'll fly away. Now, this is the only time you'll ever hear me ever say anything that remotely fucking corroborates the flat Earth theory, and that is, in my dreams, I can only go so far up. Whether that's because my brain can't comprehend it. I've never been into space in the sleep. Never. Been into different countries, never been further, just can't go through. There's like an invisible thing. So that's that. But I'll just fly. I'll take off, take myself away from that, because I know when I'm in a dead sleep, I ain't gonna wake up for shit, right? So I have to get myself out of there. So I'm not looking at it. So I'm looking at something else. So I was doing this, not fucking flying, right? So I started fucking swimming. We're swimming in the air. No, Christmas tree. So I'd go and I'd put my hands back to back like that. But bearing in mind, I can't swim, right? Can't swim. I have numerous people have tried to teach me to swim in my fucking life, right? My dad tried to teach me how to swim. My school teacher, I absolutely bloody loved. I can't remember her name, but she was lovely. When I was little, my friend's dad tried to teach me, and then my mate had a husband. He thought he was fucking tard. He thought it was funny to like try and fucking dunk me or some shit like that. He was like one of them men, you know, like really funny to put people down. Sorry, Jeff, you're like that. Jeff's never going to watch this, but I have a mate called Jeff who's the same, you know, like it's like humiliate somebody. You know, funny. No, mate, you're. Anyways, so like no trouble, no fucking, and I'm there and I'm doing exactly what they're telling me to do, and I've not been able to do it at all my whole life, right? Till I'm sleeping. So I'm like, right, so I'm there in the air, just fucking sort of bobbing about in midair. So I'm like, right, well, I've heard you put your hands, so I'm like, got that, put my hands through, pushed like that, and I felt the air move, right? And then I went forward. So I'm like, this is pretty cool. So I'm just fucking like, there. On a minute, I can do this. And then I come around like, okay, doing this. Like smashing, right? I'm like, you know, I've always flown, but I've never stopped. I've never like had to fucking swim my way through the air. It was a lovely feeling, actually. I really enjoyed it. Anyways, right, so as you may know, I've got MS, and I was referred to that I need to fucking re-refer myself to the Red Cross because I need to fucking AIDS before I, not the disease, before I kill myself in that bath. I am fucking petrified of stepping in that bath. It's dangerous. And I'd gone for AIDS, and this lovely lady, she's like, can you swim and whatever? She's like, you know, like swimming is very good for MS, and I'm like, I can't. She's like, well, would you like to go? I'm like, yeah, right then. So I went swimming with this lovely lady from the Red Cross, right? Just me and her, went in the kiddie pool, and bobbing about, and I'm like, yeah, actually this does feel nice, you know, like kind of weightless, you know, because like with MS, but mine, I don't know about anybody else, I don't have any MS friends or anything, only had it like 20 years but I don't busy myself with it, and then I think it can't get in if I don't let it. But to me, it just feels like gravity is 3 times heavier to me than it is with other people. That's how it affects me. It's just everything. It's like, I don't, you know, like, why be sat up when you could be laid down? Why be stood up when you could be sat down? Why be sat up when you could be laid down? That kind of thing. So it was really nice. And then all of a sudden I thought, do you know what? Remembered my dream, right? And I've been having these dreams for about 3 weeks. And I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna have a go. What I've been doing in my sleep. I had a go. Fucking swam. 30. Was I 30? Yeah, late 30s. Swam for the first time in my life. Was taught to swim in my sleep. And then after that, didn't dream about it anymore. Never dreamt that. I'm never ever. In all those days, bearing in mind, so that we're talking 15 years again, never in my life have I ever dreamt that I've stopped flying and had to swim. That just literally happened for a few weeks before randomly this woman said, want to go swimming? I'm like, yeah, all right. Then went, swam, dream stopped. Now when I was late teens, I think, because I've always been fascinated with the esoteric, and I went to see a psychic, and don't believe them when they say that like it's of the devil. It's because Christianity was fucking fashioned by Freemasons, and Freemasons have the vested interest in you not knowing who you fucking are and what you're a part of, because if you did, they wouldn't be able to control you anymore. And when we understand this, both they fall off like the crusty old scab that they've always fucking been. But at the minute, because they keep that fucking separate from us, the knowledge is separate. Well, guess what, mate? There's a fire burning under your arse. The whole fucking thing's gonna get enlightened, mate, if I've got out to do it. But yeah, I went to see this psychic. I've been to see her a few times, actually. Really good. Christina with a K, I think her name was, lived in Colville. And she said, like, she encouraged me to start a dream journal. She said, like, just write down what you're dreaming about for a couple of weeks, and over a couple of weeks that will tell you what it is that you need to address in your life. So there's a bit of advice for you, because I can guarantee you that this fucker works. So yeah, let me know what you think of my freaky experiences. But really, we need to be relearning what we are all born knowing, and it ain't no to do with Allah. Trust me. Do you know what I mean? There is one entity that is our God, that is our creator, and if we learn how to be human and forget what them bastards have told us that we have to behave like, and we just love, this world will fix itself over fucking night. And people will know actual peace, not the fucking sort of peace that carries a machete and says you join us, you or die, you leave us, you die. And if you're a woman, you're only half as intelligent as a man. Not that kind of peace. Not fucking aggressive, invasive peace, but actual calm, bliss, peace, zen-like happiness. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Please consider liking, sharing and subscribing, and talk to your mates, but mainly sharing, because I am heavily shadow banned, because they ain't gonna fucking want this information out there now, are they? They don't want us to know what we are, do they? They want us to be at war with each other, which is why they fashioned fucking all of these religions that have within them, I am right and I'm going to kill anybody who disagrees. Absolute insanity. Not what God is. Not what you are. Don't let them lie to you, my darling. All of us. Do you know what I mean? Don't be complicit. You know, like whatever fucking religion you are, point out the bad apples. Say no, not in my name. I refuse. I am here for the love. I am here to better my life, to better the lives of other people, and to help grow this universe that created me. I am not here to judge. I'm not here to hate. I'm not here to fucking start fights or riots. And I'm not here to lie to you. That's just my little bit on the end. Anyway, but there's no point in me making this fucker up. This has been my life for coming up to 20 years. And I just keep quiet, and I've just done, gone along, plodded along, but that's not who I am. That's not why I started this channel. I started this channel for a reason. And since I've learned about, that there is that there's a religion that's so opposite to what it says it is, it's like, no, I'm sorry, but people deserve to know. You deserve to know. Anyways, thank you for being here. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.